Shorty look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so bad, mine. Spotlight, moonlight. Nigga, why you tripping? Get your mood right.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Young SLB. I'm here to give you things that you can do to achieve a 4.0. So let's hop right in. The first piece of advice I have to you is kind of self-explanatory, but go to class. You're there to get an education in the first place, first of all. So don't forget that. But if you think that you can just slack and not go to class, you're going to miss information. Your teacher's going to notice you're not there. It's going to affect your grade. I don't know if a 4.0 is going to be in your future if you're not going to class. Number 2 is to take classes that you know you can handle. Don't overcommit. Don't take 15 trillion classes when you don't really need to. Do what you need to. If you can afford to do more, you know yourself. You should know how much work you can handle. Because if you do overcommit, that can end up doing more harm than good. Because the point is to, have better grades if you take more classes. But really, it's just going to take a damage on your GPA. So don't do that. Take what you can handle. Tip number 3 is to take track of all of your assignments. Like, get an agenda, get a calendar, get something. Like, I personally put everything in my iPhone. I'm going to show you guys right here. Go into your classes, have alerts for when your class is about to start. I do that for the entire semester. It's been really effective to keep me on track and I don't miss any classes because of that. So definitely take the time to sit down and put in your classes. The next piece of advice I have for you is when you're studying, study to understand the material. Don't study to memorize it so you can pass the test that's coming up. Like, you actually need to know this material because you're going to use it in the real world. You're going to use it in the workplace. You need to completely understand every concept. And if you don't understand, that's when you reach out to other people because you're not alone in this. You have so many resources to be successful. So once you understand, the memory is going to come with it. Memorizing it while you've been understanding it.
I am the one way your time don't need to.
So the next piece of advice I have is to start assignments as soon as you get them. Like, I'm not playing. Knock assignments out weeks in advance if you can. If I get the syllabus and it has every assignment, like I already know what I gotta do and the requirements are posted, man, say less. I'm gonna go ahead and do that whole thing. Like, you have no more homework to do after that. Like, you're chilling. You can do whatever you want. You're cooling because your assignments are already done. But yeah, do assignments as soon as you get them, as early as possible. So tip number 6 is to take any extra credit that your teacher provides. Like, if they offer any extra credit opportunity, you need to you need to snatch it. That's even if you think you don't need it right now. You probably will later. You'll thank yourself. Always do the extra credit. Next piece of advice I have is that when you're taking a test, or really when you're doing any assignment, read every word. Don't skim. I'm not talking about skimming right now. If we're doing a test, do not skim what the question is. Or the answers. Look at everything. Look at everything because they're going to try and trick you up. Tests and quizzes are usually weighted very heavily in classes. You need to make sure you're doing well on those if you want to get that very high GPA. The next piece of advice I have is to surround yourself with like-minded people. Don't surround yourself with people who are doing the complete opposite of what you're doing. Like, they're not doing nothing. They're not even worried about class. They don't even go to class. They're barely getting through. Don't surround yourself with those type of people because it's going to influence you whether you think it's going to or not just because you're around them. So surround yourself with like-minded people, people who have the same goals as you. And also, if you're a freshman, don't be afraid to make friends with upperclassmen because they're also there to help you too. And, it's good to have somebody older to kind of guide you. So don't be afraid to make friends and surround yourself with like-minded people. The very last piece of advice I have is to give your 100% effort on every assignment that you get because that is going to be the key to getting a 4.0. Because if you're doing your best on every assignment, a 4.0 is inevitable. Read the guidelines clearly, do it to a T and then some, do some extra work on the projects, go out of your way to exceed, do as much as you can to get that A. Make sure you're reading your work before you're submitting it. Make sure you have somebody proofread it for you. Just take those extra steps to make sure that your assignment is as good as you could make it. Be confident in the fact that you did your best. You're gonna be proud of yourself for that. That's all I have for you guys right now. I hope these were useful for you. If they were, please give this video a thumbs up so I can know. If you guys have any other questions or additional tips that I didn't mention, please comment those down below because, we all trying to get better. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We out.
Spotlight, moonlight, tripping, get your mood right? Sure to look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so bad, my spotlight, moonlight. Nigga, why you tripping, get your mood right?